So I already had a feeling when we saw that noble that he would eventually become a bigger problem, later in the episode. So in the meeting, in the beginning of the episode, the teacher pretty much used appraisal, and Fran ended up, using skill taker on him and took away his etiquette skill, which, later on is explained that because it was completely taken away, he now has, quote unquote, bad manners now. And so he angered his father, which is, pretty much the king. And, obviously he still holds a grudge against Fran because he has a feeling that, she did something to him, that she put a curse on him when he left the guild master's office. That was the first thing that kind of caught my eye. And then now Fran has to fight this blue cat that the noble probably hired as a mercenary in order to take care of Fran. And it looks like it'll be a very interesting fight because we didn't know this, but apparently the blue cats are enemies to the black cat. So it'll be very interesting on how that whole fight will resolve itself. The second thing I want to bring up was towards the end we see this girl who seems to be walking towards, the city where Fran is at, and I have a feeling that she's probably the girl, the adventurer that the people talked about. That she's the number one adventurer in this town, so she's probably coming back from the investigation. And you can already kind of see her power. It looks like she's some kind of beast tamer. She uses a whip to discipline her animals or something. It just looks like a beast tamer. I just wonder what other skills she might have. But the last thing I want to mention happened in the beginning of the episode. So the teacher of the sword is, apparently he says he doesn't sleep. So I think he just had like a little vision. That was, I guess, that was a lost memory that he was remembering. It was when you can see when he, died in our world, and you can see I'll call them three female goddesses, and they appear to give him the option either reincarnate into this blue sword, this holy sword, or if you don't want that, we'll just let your soul go and you can move on to heaven, I guess. But yeah, it's very interesting on that premise of three goddess pretty much took his soul and put it in the holy sword and then left him there. So I do wonder what kind of gods they are. Maybe what kind of power they have, because maybe these people are the three gods that were part of the original seven gods uh, that was mentioned. I believe it was around episode 5 or right before they invaded the dungeon. They did mention that there was like 7 gods that made the earth. So maybe this was like the three. This was 3 that were part of the 7 that reincarnated the sword. And I think it'll just be very interesting to see why they did it, the reasoning, and what other powers do they have. So yeah, overall it was a pretty good episode. Nothing really bad. I'd say it was pretty normal, and yeah, it was a great episode. But I think that's gonna be it from me. Please leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.